Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho.
We are the chocolate pirates, bro.
Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho.
We are the chocolate
Yo.
pirates, bro. We loot that booty. It is our duty to take the cacao.
Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho.
I'm a little late to the video editing today, so I thought I'd do a special intro. It was a pretty wild day with Trump talking. First he said he wasn't going to use force to acquire Greenland. We got a huge pop.
I have decided not to stick my penis into Greenland today.
And then later in the afternoon, he said he was going to get rid of those tariffs because there was a framework for a deal for him to get Greenland.
Bye, bye, bye.
Then we got another huge pop-up, almost filled that gap. What does all this have to do with chocolate pirates? Not too much. My friend's friend has a chocolate company and he was saying that it's getting crazy down there like the Wild West. He's down in Central America or South America, somewhere down there. He said there's people out there stealing big trucks full of chocolate, all kinds of crazy stuff. And when I heard that, my mind instantly went to a gang of pirate monkeys trying to get all that chocolate. So I made that lovely intro. Doesn't really have anything to do with trading, unless I start trading cacao futures maybe, which maybe I should. In this video, I'm going to be showing you all the live trades I took today and all the reasons that I took them. I think that these are some of the best videos because I go over the exact thought process behind each trade and why I took it, and the kind of trades that I'm taking on a day-to-day basis in the live markets. So everything after this point was live recorded today. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Got my 1 minute chart, my 5 minute chart, and my 60-minute chart. This is the Master Flow template setup. This is available in the MMT templates product as a chart template. However, that is just a template. You would still obviously need all the indicators involved. I would have liked the idea of a little pivot point bounce short there. We had a bunch of divergence building up as we came up to the pivot washout signal. Definitely bounced down over 10 points off of the pivot point there. Green on green action back here. Nice close above VWAP. Lots of strong positive delta coming in on the ES and the NQ. No key levels in the way till the midnight level. Popped right up to the midnight level. Getting a heavier rejection off of the pivot point here. Balance signal to the downside. Negative imbalance percentages. Strong negative delta. Nice little drop there. I gotta go check all the news announcements for the day and get ready for the New York Open. So I looked at the news, said this pop-up was because Trump said he would not use force to acquire Greenland. Looks like we have some 10 o'clock news today as well. Definitely gonna be a little cautious this morning if Trump's still speaking. Just grabbed a long right at the open here. We pulled back close to the VWAP. Started forming a wick with point of control down into the wick. Had an imbalance signal to the upside. After this huge move up on the Greenland news, we got a pretty nice pullback. Figured right around the VWAP area we'd get a little bounce. Just grabbed another long off of VWAP. We also had a big cluster down here, current day open, yesterday's close, strong volume level. Then we got an imbalance signal to the upside. We had some positive delta coming in. Got 10 points pretty quick there. Just grabbed one more long from this area. Came down, tapped yesterday's close and this strong volume level. Had an imbalance signal to the upside back here. And then on this candle, got another imbalance signal to the upside. You can see delta was increasing. We got a decent amount of strong delta coming in on both the NQ and the ES. And the double Heikin-Ashi went bullish on the flow stack. Grabbed another 10 points there. I was interested in this yesterday's point of control level earlier, but this is a pretty dang full-bodied candle to the downside with some decent sized delta coming in. However, the yesterday's point of control bounce absolutely worked. Bounced up 15 points right away. We're still getting a hold up. I love first touch yesterday's point of control bounces, but this is an instance where I did not want to take it just based on the price action coming into that level and the delta, but that trade would have worked out great. We've been whipping up and down and all around so far this morning. Just grabbed a little long for 5 or 6 points. Strong delta on the NQ back here as we're coming up. Then on this candle, we had a bunch more strong delta coming in. Went bullish on the double Heikin-Ashi. Tried to hop in and catch the wave. It didn't pop as quick as I would have liked, so I hopped out for 5 or 6 points on those. It would have worked out for the 10 points just fine, but not trying to hold trades too long in this morning's markets. I think Trump is still speaking as well. So this 5-minute candle closed this really big bottom wick. So we made it up to yesterday's New York Open. This is part of the MMT key levels indicator. We got rejected off that level 20 points. Just came up, breaking that level. It's really not much in the way of key levels now. We got a previous day VWAP close up at 80. Got some bigger selling on the Greek profile, up around 90. Got about 10 minutes until this 1 hour candle closes. So this previous 5-minute candle with the big bottom wick definitely ended up being bullish there. Had a nice pop up after the close of that candle. This washout signal down here at 942 caught the bottom there. This is a washout signal from the MMT polarity. I went for a potentially risky short right off this 50% wicks level. We just bounced down over 10 points right away. I got filled for my full 10 points pretty much immediately. I had just been mentioning that the only key levels in the way were right around 80 and 90. And this big level of selling on the Greek profile, this previous day VWAP close, and this 50% wicks level. So since that was the first real area of potential resistance after we broke above yesterday's New York Open, I went for the short. We had divergence on the previous candle, we had divergence on this candle, and a washout signal. So that bounce trade worked out just great. I'm watching Trump speak in the background, he's still going. So up next we have the R1 pivot, another previous day VWAP close, strong volume level. We have another 50% wicks level up in that area. We got yesterday's value area high at 330 and another big level on the delta profile there. You can see the double Heikin-Ashi candles from the flow stack have been green this whole time, and the cumulative delta background has been green this whole time as well, this whole move up. I grabbed a little short up here. We got a bunch of divergence building up. The delta's been really strong. The double Heikin-Ashi still green, but this is our first area of key levels approaching. Then I was mainly looking at yesterday's value area high, which we just hit right to the tick and dropped off over 10 points there. So basically just a value area high bounce trade with the added confluence of divergence and knowing that these other key levels were right above that area as well. Also, as we're making this move up, you can see delta dropping off a little bit on the NQ here. The 10 o'clock candle just closed. It's definitely a mighty candle to the upside. Up pretty good in all the accounts already. Up over 50 points again. I almost just got into a short here. We had an imbalance signal to the downside, negative imbalance percentage, negative delta, cumulative delta background, turned bearish. But then Trump got asked a question about Greenland, and he just started talking about Greenland again. So I resisted the temptation to take a trade until he's done talking about that. But we definitely popped down way over 10 points there. I'm up pretty good on the day so far, so I might just chill out and wait closer to 10:30, or at least until this guy's done talking. Alright, Trump just stopped talking. Market's pulling back a little bit. We went negative on the imbalance percentages back here on the 5-minute candles. Point of control up into these wicks. Dropped off 20 points after the close of this candle. We just popped right up to this previous day point of control, this blue dashed line to the tick. Just dropped off over 30 points already. Previous session point of control levels. This is part of the MMT key levels indicator. We had a pretty bullish 5-minute candle back here. Single bar divergence. Big bottom wick, point of control into the wick. Delta was drying up on the NQ there. 67% positive imbalances. Then after the close, we got a really nice pop up, almost 50 points. We had a bunch of delta coming through on this candle. I wasn't trusting it. Thought it might be a little bit of exhaustion. I do like the idea of a long at some point between now and 10:35. So sometime in the next 10 or 15 minutes. We just got to pull back to the 20 SMA. Look at the delta coming in. Nowhere near as strong as these prior two candles. So the 20 SMA has been holding. We're getting a nice little bounce up off of the 20 SMA again. I was actually kind of hoping for a bigger pullback coming into 10:30. Would much rather get long a little bit lower. So it's 10:31. We're already getting the pop up. Did not get enough of a retracement for me to want to get into a long, so just gonna be done for the day. Up nice in all the accounts. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan is the absolute best. Thanks so much for your support. Apex, Lucid, Tradeify, Take Profit Trader, TradeDay, they all have good deals going on. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.